What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XCN OnyxCoin today. Here we are at about 2.4 cents now. I want to make this video quick because I actually have some short-term plays that I want to make. I have a theory. Before we get into this video, and I want to be very clear as to what my intentions are, okay? I'm holding XCN. I'm not selling the majority of my bag until we're above 10 cents, likely even around 20 cents, okay? I canceled all my sell orders. I had a bunch of sell orders layered between 9 and 10 cents. I canceled them all last night. I'm just going to let this thing rip and move. And if anything, I'll have some sell orders set around 20 to 25 cents just in case it goes there. I'll be happy with that. But I'm not going to have anything lower just in case it does rip all the way through. You know, I want to see what the meat of this move looks like before I start making those decisions, if that makes any sense. That's just what I'm doing. That's not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I think it's never a bad idea to have profit-taking targets on the list, right? If you had some sell orders waiting for you up there, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I just cleared all of mine, okay? So that's what I'm doing with my long-term holds. I'm planning on selling up here, okay? And not all of it, just a portion of it, just taking profits, okay? I have a very short-term position, a very, very short-term position, okay? I bought XCN down here right at about 2 cents, right there on this 4-hour opening, 4-hour close on the low there. I very much do intend to play with this money, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, all the way up. And here's my thoughts, guys. I really do believe that this move, this next move up, while yes, I believe we're going to go off the charts here, probably above 10 cents and even beyond that, I don't think it's going to move like this. I don't think that it's going to move like this. In fact, what I would think it's going to happen is until we get above our all-time high, I think we're going to be rather methodical getting up there. And then once we hit the all-time high, that's when we're going to break out. That's when we're going to see that moon mission liftoff kind of take place, okay? My reason for thinking this at all is simply contrarianism, right? Contrarianism is what makes me think this, is because I feel like everybody, myself included, when this moves up, we're expecting it to be just like it was last time, just like it was the time before, where it moves up like that. It's phenomenal. If you miss out, if you blink, it's gone. It's already up 5x, right? I feel like we're all kind of anticipating that. I'm looking at you right now. I don't know who I'm looking at. You can't answer me, but answer to yourself. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm sure a lot of you, anybody here in the XCN community or XCN ecosystem investing in it, I'm sure all of us, when we think of the upside, it's at no other pace than something like this, right? Because that was the pace that it was at before. But my thoughts are this. I think we're going to be methodical, finding resistance, and I'm going back, the whole premise of this video is really my short-term plays, right? And I started it talking with my long-term plays, the intention's there for a reason. I want you guys to understand that the short-term plays, the amount that I bought down here, was a very small amount of money in comparison to what I'm holding for XCN, right? This is like less than 3% of my total XCN holdings. It's just enough to pay the rent, you know what I mean? It's enough to have fun with, go on vacation maybe, whatever, you know, just have a little fun with the money. Most of the money, the serious stuff that I'm trying to make a future with, right? You want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, you want to start a business, you want to travel for a year, whatever your intentions are with your money. Maybe they're better intentions than that even, right? This is not the place to play with it, right? Short-term money you can play with, but long-term stuff, serious money you don't want to play with, okay? I'm just trying to make that very, very clear. And the reason why I'm trying to make that clear is because I do suspect, if we look here, you look at this area of support, you look at this area of resistance, this kind of shelf right here, which also was support beforehand. You look at this shelf of resistance there, which a little bit of support back here as well, and resistance and support back here. We keep going up the ladder, right? Something like that, maybe even a little lower. Right here with these lows, right there with those highs. Oh no, I have the hiccups. I have the hiccups and I have indigestion. It's not going to be good, guys. All right. All of these lines are basically evenly spaced, but all I'm doing is I'm taking points of support that have been tested a couple times, points of resistance, whatever, all throughout this. This one might be the most questionable because it's only this line of resistance, nothing really else, but still, it's right at 4 cents. That's a nice psychological level of resistance. I picked a bad time to get the hiccups, man. Whew. High to low, it's also right at the 786. An area that you probably find resistance at. Whenever you do get above the 886, that's how you know it's time to go. Man, I need to scare myself. XCN drop or something, right? Make me lose these hiccups. Wow. Hold on, guys. I'm going to show you how to get rid of hiccups right now, all right? You ready? You have to take a very exaggerated breath. You have to go, but you have to push it all out first. And then you got to hold it. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little trade secret there for you, okay? You have to really exaggerate it though. And I don't know how exaggerated it sounds. I'm asthmatic. I don't have the best lung power, but you gotta push it out as hard as you can and then pull it in. It's okay if you hiccup on the way, but pull it in. Hold your breath. It's okay if you hiccup while you hold your breath, but just try to hold that. And if it doesn't work, do it again. But I mean, hey, right there, just showed you. It worked perfectly, man. It worked perfectly. You got to shock the system a little bit. Anyways, we all learned something new today, didn't we? 2.46 cents, 2.45 cents is where we are right now. What I'm getting at with all these lines is I think we're going to have a lot of play. I think we get up here, we're going to find resistance. We'll go back down to the area that we found support, and then boom, we'll go up to the next one. I think we're going to get a lot of play, and maybe not at every single one of these lines, but my plan is this, right? If I sell here at this line, and we don't go lower, we go higher first, then I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to buy back up here. I'm going to wait because then we likely find resistance at this line. We probably come back to this line where I sold for resistance. I get to buy back in. I don't get any of that gain, but whatever. I'm buying back in on the next low and I'll be able to catch that next run up. Does that make sense? All I'm trying to say is with this move up, by the time that we get to our all-time highs or our current relative highs, I don't think it's going to be a mission like this. If it is, well, I don't get to play as much with the short-term stuff because I'll probably sell out too early, right? I would likely, my next selling point would genuinely either be one of these two lines, either at 2.6 or 2.9, 2.8 cents, somewhere in there. If we are on a moon mission and we just go right through the roof and we go all the way to 4 cents, okay, I will, I bought down here with my short-term money. I'll be able to buy down there and sell up there. That's a nice gain for a short-term play. If I miss out the rest of it, it would have been better if I just let it sit. Well, that's why 97, 98% of my holdings in XCN are not getting touched, because you never know when you could go through the roof, right? The whole purpose of this anyways is just short-term money anyways. If I could squeeze it for as much as I could, I would, but I'm going to try to play the game with it a little bit here. And if I miss my chance, if it does just take off without me, that's what the large holdings are for. And then I can just put that short-term play money in other things, right? The meme arena, the whatever. There's all kinds of projects and stuff like that. But now that I've talked a little perspective as to what my intentions are, I want to just go over the general price analysis and let's get this, okay? And the reason why I think, maybe I almost wanted to restart the video there, guys. I almost ended the video because I really don't want to encourage people to do short-term trades. I know that I've talked about it this video, but I want to be very clear, okay? Just because I'm going to have fun with it and I'm explaining my position, that's me wanting to acknowledge to other people that I think this will be a very tradable range if you're trying to trade. If you're new to the game, if this is your first cycle and you have zero experience trading, or your only experience trading is leverage trading on crypto exchanges, please don't trade. Please just you'll probably do better if you just hold. Okay, you probably will. In fact, a good short-term play for people who aren't as quote-unquote sophisticated. I'm not sophisticated, man. I don't even know what I mean by that, but just people who don't have as much experience trading. A good short-term play is if you bought here, if you bought down here, whatever, if you bought anywhere along the way, just wait till we're at new highs and then sell. Don't worry about the little wishy-washy stuff, right? Leave that to the professionals or the people who think they're professionals like myself, right? And at best, we'll be able to make some money. At worst, you'll be the one that makes all the money. You'll be the one that has the smart decision just because you sat on your hands and you did nothing. Don't try to be technical if you don't have the experience yet, okay? You might have the capabilities, and it might be worth playing with. If you've got 100% of your portfolio and you want to play with 1% of it in XCN, the 1% that you have out of the 100% of XCN you hold, you want to play with 1%, okay, don't let me stop you. Not financial advice, not your financial advisor, but you can go ahead and try and have fun. But you'll see what I mean. Most people, and the reason why I'm going on this point at all is that most people, if you think like I do, that this is going to be a rather playful range and you think it's just going to be so easy, most people will probably get wrecked and they'll make the wrong decisions. That's why, again, going back to the white lines, the whole example that I had here is if I were to sell here and the price continued up to here, I wouldn't panic buy. Even if it went all the way up to here or here, I wouldn't panic buy. I'd wait for the next pullback. Even if I had to buy at higher prices than where I sold, I'd wait for the next pullback and buy there. There's nothing wrong with that. It was never meant to catch the whole move anyways. It was meant to be a get in and get out, right? Trying to get in and get out at the most ideal points. If you are an emotional person and you sell at the wrong place and it keeps going up without you, you might buy back in at the wrong place and then it dumps and then you panic sell. I don't want anybody to do that. So this video has been a lot more of a waste of time, I feel like, than anything. But the general expectation right now is that we're probably finding resistance here at this relative area of resistance, relative area of support back here, relative area of support back here. We're probably finding resistance here now. We'll probably see the move go back down to about 2.2 cents. We're at 2.4 cents, 2.2, 2.1, somewhere in there, and then we'll start to move up. I expect this range to be a rather slow crawl with moments of explosion, right? The explosion will be to get people to buy at the tops. The drawbacks will be to have people sell at the bottoms. But if you do it right, I think you can make a lot of money by doing just the opposite, right? Trying to buy low, sell high. If you can do that and try to identify these key points, I don't assume it'll be easy to sell, because I assume that every move up will be just like this 1 hour wick was, just like the one that we just had. I think they're going to be these rather seemingly unstoppable moves, and then they'll just stop abruptly. So again, not for the weak at heart, not for the inexperienced. Don't trade this stuff if you don't have any experience. But from a high to a low, I very much do expect that we're going to go by the end of today. I would expect we are above 3 cents. If not above 3 cents, I certainly would expect that we're at least above like 2.7 cents. But by the end of today, if not very, very early tomorrow, we'll be above 3 cents, working our way out of here, going into next week. And then who knows, maybe next week we're at new relative highs. Maybe the following week is whenever we start to break out to new relevant highs. But sometime by the end of this month, we will be at new relative highs on our path higher. That path, just so we're all clear, we're all on the same page here, is something between about, my expectation would be at a minimum, the golden ratio here, 9.15 cents. The maximum would be the double golden ratio, the 2618, at 25 cents. Okay, I suppose it's possible, and that's the maximum. That's the sorry. That's the reasonable maximum, but the Moon Boy maximum might be like 41 cents, 32 cents. I just don't see that happening, but 24, 25 cents I could see happening. I most likely would expect something around 12 to 18 cents, somewhere in that zone, but 20 to 25 cents I think is a doable area as well. Something between, as a general kind of broad range, would be 9.1 to 24.9 cents. It's a big range, but hey, we're at 2.4 cents now. Prospects to go higher immediately. If we're not at 3 cents by the end of the day, we'll be close enough to it. And then certainly by the end of this week or going into next week, I would think that we're reaching for these highs. Going into the end of the month, we'll be above these highs and reaching for new all-time highs potentially. So that's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. 1 hour time frame looking bullish, getting into the overbought zone. Nice. 51 minutes left in this, and you've already reached and you're pulling back, so you might actually pull back from here. Right, man, I'm gonna sell. I need to sell right now. I'm gonna do this right now on the video. Hold on, I'm gonna turn you guys sideways. Hold up now. I don't even know what you're seeing, but I need to sell it. I need to. We're gonna do it right now. Ready? Let's see. 245. Okay, what are we at right there? That's cool. Yeah, let's do that. Boom. Oh, it went up. I'm in post only. You should only be in post only, by the way, you guys. I don't think anybody should mess with anything other than post only. It's selling, though. It is selling right now. Damn. Trying to get it in there. I'm going to end the video, guys, because you're just watching me do the thing that we all do, right, which is manically try to get in at the right prices or get out at the right prices, right? I'm going to place my sell orders. If anybody's seeing some big sell orders come, you won't even see right now because it's this video is too late. But I've got those orders in there. One of them got eaten. Okay, cool. I got filled on one. We're going to see. Can the other one get filled too? It's up high. Anyways, short-term plays. Short-term plays, okay. That's the whole point. The whole purpose that I'm selling here is I really do think that these moves, they're going to do exactly this. They're going to be abrupt moves, and then they'll be slow, kind of drawn-out, boring moves to the downside, just like that. As soon as it comes, it'll go away, and then whenever you're least expecting it, boom, that next phase will come up, and it'll stop at an area that makes sense. So 50 minutes left in this 1 hour. It's a bit presumptuous, I think, to close this early. But, you know, what it looks like, the reason why I sold, the reason why I got so excited there is, first off, again, I wanted to make some rent money. If we get a red hour here, we will have higher highs that are connected, and we'll be rejecting off the overbought zone. And that's pretty common to do in an uptrend, which I think we are in an uptrend in the 1 hour RSI. We might come back down, bounce off the 50. Such a key. It looks like an ideal setup. That's why I went for it, okay? whenever you're in an uptrend, a good bit of the time, I'm trying to find an example, but I can't. This is a good example, I suppose. You reject the overbought zone before going higher, but you didn't reject it perfectly there. I don't know. There might not be any examples on the 1 hour time frame, but just this looks like a classic setup, and it comes in line very well with these highs here. I'm going to post this video. I think it's going lower. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Again, lower from here, but overall on the day, I expect will be higher than this by the end of the day. If not, certainly tomorrow and going on through the coming days and the coming weeks, I very much believe we're going to go higher. I hope that by the time most of you watch this video, we're not at 3 cents, because if we are, well, then I just took a I took profits at the wrong time. Let's see, 20% profits. That's not bad. That's not bad in like overnight sleep. That's not bad at all. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Bye bye.